the shit out of your ears, New York. It's TnT. Talking shit with Tommy and Tanya.
And welcome everybody to the first ever episode of TnT. That's right, TnT, Tommy and Tanya.
You want me to jump in here, don't you?
You can jump in. You don't have to jump in. You can jump in. You can look pretty.
Just sit here and look pretty for radio?
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're starting a new show. It's going to be a little bit of a...
It's filthy and delicious, even though you didn't like that too much. You thought it was creepy.
Filthy and delicious is a little creepy. I just always kind of thought that radio shows are like... Any radio show that you see is like... You know, they don't try to go too much beyond the names of the people. I don't know. But whatever. It's fine with me. Filthy, delicious.
You're filthy and I'm delicious.
I was going to go the other way around.
Okay.
But that's all right.
I am filthy, though.
I was actually thinking of Slob Out Sunday.
No, I'm not a slob. And you didn't get any food.
I didn't get any food.
The refrigerator's pathetic. You know I was coming over and you didn't have any food. You didn't have any booze, no hot dogs.
I will go back into my tendency. Me and Tanya are very good friends, but we argue and banter back and forth. I will go back in the text messages and say how you were bringing some sort of sausage type of food.
I was going to bring a meat product, yes.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
It didn't happen because the butcher place was closed today.
Okay, so
it's God's
you might
day.
want to call up the butcher and not blame me for the fact that there's no food here right now. But either way, and you also, I see, brought some Greek whiskey.
Yes, it's Metaxa. It's delicious. It smells a little weird, but most of us do. So
yeah,
we can try it. Would you like a taste of it?
Especially on Sunday. I'm gonna pass.
I don't
on
think
that,
you should.
Yeah.
I don't think you should pass.
Right, well,
I think you should taste it.
Not for the first segment. Maybe for the next segment.
Nah,
we'll see.
I think you should try it.
Okay, well, let's talk about that in a few minutes. But either way, we're going to try to do a show here, and we think it's going to be pretty interesting. How it's going to work out is that we're going to try to do a weekly show, I think, on Sundays. I think that would be a cool little thing to do. Me and Tanya have a little bit of, I guess you can call them interesting lives. We kind of travel in some crazy circles.
We have some anecdotes. We have some anecdotes about shit that we go through.
Yes, and we want to kind of cover basically anything in the world.
I think anything in the world is appropriate.
Yeah.
Everything in the world would be better.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're just two people. We gotta take it easy.
You'll hear about us. You'll hear about our friends. You'll hear about our hijinks. You'll hear about, I mean, we both work in the service industry.
Good word.
And what we do is we see a lot of things. Sometimes we're a part of them. Sometimes we're just mere observers. But either way, throughout our lives, we have, over the last 10 years or so, have been in contact with some things that can fill a few rooms with some memories. But either way, as far as the format of the show, who knows what's going to go down, how it's going to happen. But we're going to try to wing it for now and see what's going on. I think the first thing we wanted to cover was talking about leading interesting lives and, you know, every day bringing something new. I think, Tanya, if I'm not mistaken, you actually tried speed dating the other day, didn't you?
I did try speed dating.
Now, first of all, how does it work? Before we even get into how you did or didn't do, how does the actual process work?
Okay, well, basically, you start with a cocktail hour because most people need some social lubricant of sorts to begin.
Social lube.
Social lube.
Okay.
We love the social lube. I'm drinking some right now.
Okay.
Cheers. And you start with about an hour-long cocktail hour. The girls get loose and so do the nerds that are there because it's inevitable that there will be nerds. And then...
So wait, hold on. You said girls and nerds. Is that really what it is? Is it girls and nerds, or is there like...
There's like one or two
girls,
token good-looking dudes.
Good-looking guys and nerds.
Girls, guys,
because I got a feeling that probably
and nerds.
The guy on the guy end of it is probably thinking the same thing. There's guys, and there's girls, and then there's slobs or pigs.
Slut pigs.
Yeah. So okay, so the guys, the nerds, and the girls are all drinking.
They're all drinking, and
this is before the speed dating session?
Before the speed dating.
Now, is this awkward? Because I'm picturing now everybody's in a room drinking in a bar, basically, right?
And sizing each other up.
So people know that they're there for that?
It's kind of like going to a cockfight where, you know, you look at the cocks and decide where you're going to
So far, you've said social lube, loosen up, and cockfight. This is like figurative and literal at the same time, I see. All right, well, Tanya's about to leave the room.
Dirty Mad Libs.
All right, I'm going to carry things for a minute as Tanya went. I think she just got up in the middle of the show and went to get another drink or something like that. But either way, this should be pretty fascinating because Tanya's not shy.
Okay, so basically everybody kind of like, I don't know, mingles for an hour, but I wasn't there for that part because I got roped into this. I assume that it's kind of like a high school.
I'm sure everybody there. Oh, I got roped into this. Oh, I got roped in.
I got roped into
I've never done this before.
I was legitimately roped into this. So.
Which I agree with. I did hear the story, and yes, you were roped in.
Thank you. I mean, like, if I'm gonna go speed dating, I'm not gonna show up in jeans, sneakers, and a V-neck T-shirt. So, I assume that the social hour is like a high school dance where the girls are on one side and the boys are on the other side, and they're all kind of sizing each other up. So then all of the girls sit down, and each date is 4 minutes, and the boys, the men, rotate. So they go from girl to girl to girl. And in 4 minutes, you have to decide if you like each other enough that you're going to circle this person's name and possibly exchange information and see each other again, or not. Now, 4 minutes is the perfect amount of time. Because if you've ever spoken to somebody who's really socially awkward and doesn't know what the fuck is going on, 4 minutes is almost too long. There are a lot of guys who probably have never spoken to a woman before, much less for 4 minutes at a time.
Those would be the nerds.
Those are the nerds.
Okay. Do you ever run into the situation where you forget who you're trying to circle? Like
all the time.
That's I mean, you got booze involved. You guys are sitting around drinking, and now you meet 10, 12 people, and you're supposed to remember who you liked.
Well, here's the thing. So I started off by writing things like, George glasses or Kevin sweater.
Oh, okay, a descriptive detail about that. Sort of like
Tommy,
my interviewing process when I hire people, yeah.
Dead tooth.
Okay.
That's the guy with the dead tooth.
Dead tooth?
Dead tooth. You know when somebody has like a little gray tooth?
Yeah.
It's a dead tooth.
That's what that is? It's a dead tooth?
A dead tooth.
Okay.
So, I apparently circled one of the wrong people. And then after some light cyber stalking, realized that was not the person that I intended to circle.
Oh. But they did look familiar nonetheless?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remembered him. I think he might have been a comedian.
Oh, that wasn't Dead Tooth. That was Glasses.
That was Glasses. Yeah, okay. So, apparently I circled somebody and he circled me, which I think I also circled the wrong person on this one because when I finally went out on the date with him, the real date, I was like, I'm going to eat this boy for breakfast. Like, just very sweet, humble, you know, unassuming aw shucks kind of guy from some small town in Michigan. So, yeah, that happened and nothing happened afterwards. We had a good meal, though. Food was
So it was only one date, basically, that you went on?
It was one date. I mean, he texted me last night, and I was like, I ignored him. I didn't ignore him. I replied, and then I forgot to send it. And, yeah.
Based on the speed dating as a whole, the process, do you see some potential? Like, would you do it again? Could you see the possibility of you maybe finding somebody?
Well, no, not at all. Or, you know what? I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to find somebody standing in line for coffee, so why not? But I would definitely do it again because it was hilarious.
Can I tell you something that just happened with me and coffee, standing in line for coffee?
Please tell me.
It's really funny that you just said it because this is an absolutely true story, as you see me with my coffee right now.
And I smell it.
I was on the phone with my friend Joe in Florida, and I'm walking to Dunkin' Donuts to get some coffee. And I walk in. I didn't bump into anything. Nothing happened. The coffee place, Dunkin' Donuts, was pretty crowded. And all of a sudden, I hear a man who's obviously deranged. I mean, bad, deranged. Screaming.
Thank you for bringing that word back, by the way. Deranged.
Deranged, yeah. Martin Lawrence.
Crazy? Deranged?
Exactly.
Motherfucker.
This guy would fit that description. So I'm online and I hear, "You motherfucking lazy piece of shit! I'll pick up the fucking tray." So I'm looking towards the counter and this guy's behind me and I'm just like,
don't make eye contact.
hoping this guy's not talking to me, but actually at the same time knowing my luck, he's talking to me. I just know it. Sure enough, I turn around. He's on the other side of the restaurant, and I look, and I see him, and he's looking at me. "That's right, motherfucker. You don't know who you're fucking with. I'll stab you with a fucking screwdriver." This is going on.
Wow.
But it's the whole, he's yelling the length of the restaurant, and he's yelling, I perceive that it's at me. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to turn around again. And as he's muttering under his breath to himself as he sits back down. So I'm thinking, all right, he seems to be calming down now. I'm going to get my coffee, and hopefully this won't go anywhere else. So I'm online. I'm like, yeah, I tense up a little bit. And I'm like, all right, this guy's obviously deranged. He probably is yelling into the air. He's probably, I don't know what he's yelling at. But I'm prepared for something if something has to go down on the way out. So I get my coffee. And people are looking at me, I think, too, because they're wondering how I'm going to react to this guy.
They're also probably thinking, what did this asshole do?
Yeah, like that I didn't drop the tray.
Where did you leave your tray,
I didn't
asshole?
drop the tray, exactly. I'm not the tray guy. I mean, at this point, the raving lunatic, I think I had just like a little bit more credibility at this point so far than the raving lunatic. So I get my so I'm on the phone, too, by the way, at this point. I'm on the phone talking to my friend, and I'm getting yelled at, I'm getting looked at, I'm getting screamed at, and my friend's telling me a story on the phone. So I say, Joe, can I call you back? So
some shit's about to go down.
Yeah, so I put the phone in my pocket, and I'm like kind of loosening up a little bit, like kind of like opening and closing my fist, just a little bit. I'm not a meathead or whatever, but I'm thinking, all right, well, if I got it, I'm just gonna,
go for
one
it.
right cross to the freaking jaw. If I have to, I'm again not hoping none of this is gonna go down. So sure enough, I get my coffee, pay for it, walk out, and I mean, I'm looking at the guy walking out, and he kind of sees me. He gives me like almost like a little kind of, hey, how you doing, nod. So I think he just forgot about the whole thing. Like I think he forgot that it ever happened. So I'm like, all right, you're obviously dealing with like a madman. But I'm wondering, how is this guy just hanging out all day doing this in Dunkin' Donuts? And it was just weird. I didn't.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like Dunkin' Donuts and 7-Eleven and Burger King, it's like the meth capital of the world. Because I love me some BK, and I was just about to text my friend and let him know that Burger King has a new burger, because we do that with each other.
Okay. What's the new burger, by the way?
The BK Select.
The BK Select.
It's got bacon, onions, cheese.
Is that one of those ones that goes away for a little while, or
probably a quarter pound of beef?
Okay. Sometimes they do them where they bring them back.
They're trying to be like McDonald's with the McRib.
Okay.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Anywho, so yeah, I love me some Burger King. I think they have better fries. I think they got better burgers. But you walk in there and like you walk out with a staph infection. It's not an okay situation.
I couldn't disagree with you more. I mean, not that McDonald's is Peter Luger's steakhouse, but I mean, Burger King to me, like you just said it does seem like a clinic. Like you walk in there and I really feel as though, I mean, don't they microwave the food? It just, I don't know.
No, they flame broil it. That's the whole draw. That's the whole appeal to Burger King.
They flame broil it. They do flame broil it, but they finish it off in the microwave, don't they?
No, they don't. But here's the thing. When I was living in the Bronx, there was a Burger King that...
When you were a gang member?
When I was a gang banger.
Okay.
By the way, I got jumped in. I didn't get sexed in.
What?
When you're in a gang, you have to...
Oh, you got jumped in.
Jumped in or sexed in. I got jumped.
You can get sexed in?
Apparently, if you're a girl.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You're just running trains everywhere. There's got to be another option for the girls that don't want to get beat.
I have to digest that. So you can get sexed in.
This is what I hear. I've never been a gang member.
All right.
Even though I grew up in a little, not too fucking Pleasantville of a neighborhood. I wasn't a gang member.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you said, So
the Burger King that we would go to was across the street from a methadone clinic. So it was full of crackheads.
Well, there's the association right there.
It was full of crackheads. But the one by my house now on 86th Street is also full of fucking crackheads, and I don't know where they're coming from.
To me,
I'm like, get out of this neighborhood. That's why I moved here.
Yeah. To me, the class of the fast food breed is the Wendy's. I enjoy the Wendy's. I enjoy the square patties.
I enjoy the spicy chicken sandwich with cheese
and
mayo.
I enjoy the...
I do not, however, like their French fries.
You don't like the fries, even the new ones?
Nope. I like the new ones less.
What are they called again? They're with the skin on or something?
They're like potato cuts.
Cut, like real cuts.
Sea salt, and I don't like, no me gusta.
Ladies and gentlemen, that means she doesn't like it.
Such little translation.
Yes, little translation.
No me gusta.
All right, well.
NG, no good.
NG.